All right, guys and girls, All Pro Exterior Services here again. We are in the process of getting this 8-gallon a minute up and running, but we got to do some plumbing, so just kind of give you a heads up. We got our 1.5 inch filter Y strainer, and we're gonna kind of do something like that temporarily. I mean, we're still trying to figure it out. So I just again went to Home Depot, got some pieces I think I needed. A little bit of 1.5 for the 4-gallon a minute, and got the bolt for the fuel tank. So we got a bunch of stuff going on. So we're gonna go ahead and get started by starting with this plumbing for the 8-gallon, and once we get that done, then we'll get some video footage as we progress through this, and then we'll eventually hopefully crank this beast up today. So be back with you shortly. Just a little update. We took apart this, kind of shortened this a little bit. This was a little high. I didn't like the angle. It was a little off, not much, but we were able to move it. So we got that moved and cut everything off for the 4, and we just kind of piped in a 1.5, put it right on the barb, so it's gonna roll perfect. And by the way, this 1.5 inch crush proof wire engaged, that is a pain in the neck to get on the barb, and I even use heat. So anyway, we got it done. The 8-gallon is plumbed. We just need to get ready on this 4. So we'll get back with you in a minute. Peace. Just give you a heads up, I got the hole. I just took the nut off the banjo fit and put it on here, traced it on the inside. That's gonna be where the nut goes to feed the 4-gallon. Again, I'm running 2 separate feeds, one for my 4-gallon, one for my 8-gallon, because I don't want any starvation whatsoever. So I just need to go ahead and cut that. And of course, I don't think I have a hole saw that big. I'm gonna check, but if I don't, I'm gonna use a jigsaw, which I've used the jigsaw for a big one in the front. So you just gotta be very careful, take your time, not in a rush. It's plastic, it goes very easy, but you can probably do it with a razor knife. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and get that cut so we can start plumbing this 4-gallon. And then once we get that plumbed, we'll have everything plumbed. We can start filling up, so we can do a rinse out, because I'm gonna rinse it out through the filters. And then we got to mount the reels up. So I'm still waiting on hose from Russ Johnson, which is not his fault. FedEx is a joke. They're supposed to be delivered tomorrow. It's in another state. I don't even know where it's at. So I'm just going with it. I'm gonna hook up to the other hose reel just to get this thing up and running, so we can do some testing and set the unloader. So I'll be back with you in a few seconds. All right, peace. All right, guys, got the hole cut. And recommendation here, you see all these little, I don't know if you can see it, but the little plastic burrs from me cutting it, and I had to use a jigsaw. But go ahead and clean that up, because if they get caught in the seal, it will leak. And so you can just get a file, clean it up, which is what I'm about to, or even a razor knife to kind of scrape it. All right, guys, on to the next. All right, guys, got the got everything. Well, I put a piece of pipe in here just to use to get that nut to the hole with the gasket. So I'm gonna get that, tighten it up with the nut so we can get our plumbing running. So anyway, that's how we put bulkheads at the bottom of a tank, is you use a pipe or stick or a broomstick or a piece of Romex electrical wire, something that's kind of stiff, and then you can route it how you want it. So all right, guys, catch up with you in a minute. Peace. All right, guys, got our straps in for our tank. Heavy duty straps, really heavy duty. We use 3/8 bolts, 2.5 inch long, to get through the bottom of this, and clean this up a little bit. And Anthony's gonna go ahead and slide the tank in. We're using the cap first, so you gotta put it at a little angle. There you go. To the front of it. There you go. That's gonna go right there, and the strap's gonna go right there. So we're golden. We just gotta hook the straps up. That's what we're gonna do next. And then put the fuel on. Again, we're just using one now for the 8-gallon. The other one's a plug. I just had them put it in, so when I run a roof pump or something later, I got access to fuel. Man, that thing is nice. It's BAM Manufacturing out of Wichita, Kansas. Good people to deal with. Free shipping. I think this thing was like 300 bucks shipped, custom made, so they make it for you. So we got the 8-gallon plumbed. All that's good. We got water in the tote, no leaks. So we're golden here. We got to do a flush out, obviously, with all of the debris. We're gonna go ahead and do that. We're gonna mount this first, get it routed, and see what's next. All right, catch up with you in a second. Later. Got the tank mounted. Got the fittings ran. Again, this is a 1/4 inch to run here, straight to the 8 gallon a minute. Anthony's putting fuel in it for the first time. Some leftover stuff we had, so just dump it all in there. Well, not all of it. Leave a little bit back in case there's anything in that tank. So we're gonna go ahead and fill it up a little bit and see how it works, so we can get this beast running. And again, my hose still hasn't come, so I'm gonna just hook up to this reel temporarily. Have to get my longer jumper hose out, but we'll be all right. Figure something out. We're too close not to do it, so we're gonna be up on it. All right, guys, catch up with you in a second. Guys, just flushing it out, letting some of that debris. We already cleaned out the filter. Get a wash out on that, so we're good. I think this is good. So that's good. The only thing we need to clean out is this one. Give me those pliers, Tony. We're gonna clean out this filter. We're gonna clean out that filter. Again, you want to clean it out. No, the small ones. Just from any debris. So again, let some water out of it. There you go. Turn that big tank off. So we got it done. All right, I'm just gonna take this off, clean the screen out, make sure there's no debris in the screen, put this back, and then we'll be ready to roll. And again, I got this all blocked off. I don't have a ball valve on the 8 just because it was tough plumbing at 8. Just with that big hose, that big 1.5 inch hose, the way I had to do it, I got it. All right, so that's good. Now we can open this up. So we'll get water to our 4 gallon. And then we have water, 2 separate water sources, and then I had to hook up to this reel here. So I think this thing's ready to be cranked. So let us get in position, and we'll get some video here in a second. All right, guys, got the fuel tank installed. Fuel line ran to the fuel filter, fuel pump, bypass the strap temporarily. So we're good there. Let's see. ZK1 unloader with a gauge on it. They say recommend you turn it in till it stops and then back it out. Probably, I don't know, 1/4 inch turns. It's a soft, flow sensitive unloader. So when you hit the trigger, it just gradually gets to high pressure. So anyway, Anthony's going to be on the gun. We're going to go ahead and crank the beast and see how it performs. I did remove the downstream injector for just getting this set up. Once we get it set up, we're going to put it back. But we're going to go ahead and get it rolling. And let's get this thing started. You ready, Tony? Hold it open and just keep it held open, all right?
What if it makes sense?
Huh?
What if, you know what I mean?
You good? You ready? All right, guys. And also, is what you want, you don't want hardly any bypass coming out. Maybe 3 to 5% off the gun. I'm sorry, on the gun. So when you're on the gun, you want very little water, if any, coming out the bypass. So that's one way we can do it too. So we're gonna go ahead and crank this up. Ready? We're at 2,000 PSI. 2,500. Cycle it. Set up. Now hit it. See that soft start? That's that flow sensitive. Alright. No, I'll wait a minute. We almost there. Three thousand PSI. Bypass getting low. A little bit. There you go. That off. Look at that beast, purring like a kitten. It can barely shake. Alright guys, we're gonna go ahead and finish up. Got the first crank on it, we're rolling, we got some pressure. I mean, we're barely putting here. He's at 2,000 PSI, so we gotta make some adjustments. We'll be golden. Alright, catch up with you. Peace. Alright guys, we're gonna do a bucket test. I don't have a tip in here, we're just trying to get GPM. So I'm gonna put the gun in here. Okay, and Anthony's got his watch. All right, count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's see if we get 8 gallon or 9 gallon. We got 5 or 6 gallons already. You hit the stop button at 60, okay? Alright guys, see that 8 gallon mark, we're right here. 8 gallons here, we're right here. So we're roughly 9 gallons a minute, which is perfect. So yeah, alright guys, I'm gonna hook up another tip. Hold on a second. Alright guys, I got the little handgun with the M5 for 8 gallon a minute, or 7 to 12. So we're gonna see how this performs with the 8 gallon, as far as height and everything goes. So here you go. Crank it up. Look at that, boy. Yeah. All right, we're gonna switch it up. And we're gonna do the M5, I'm sorry, the Davis shooter tip. David shooter tip, 8 gallon a minute. This is a J-Rod for an 8 gallon a minute. So let's crank it up. Oh, look at that. You can shoot 3 stories high. Let's see if I get that tree. Oh, yeah. Alright, guys. I do like the flow sensitive. Man, that thing is super nice. Look how far we're shooting. That's at half throttle. That's 40, 50 feet. Easy. With the David shooter tip. Anyway, let me cut this off. So guys, that's it. We didn't get the rail mounted. Waiting on the hose. That ain't why we didn't mount it. We just running out of daylight. We tried to get this thing running, and we did. So yeah, get 9 gallons a minute at about 3,100, 3,200, which is perfect for us. And we're gonna roll with it. Pretty excited. Love this unloader. Jeez and Pete's. No more kickback. That's worth it. And I kind of overfilled the gearbox, so it had a little drippage, but we got that fixed up. Oh my gosh, thing's a beast. Spits out some water. That thing's gonna wear me out, but we'll see how it goes. All right, guys, we're gonna wrap up here in a minute, and I gotta hook up the bypass back to the tank. I just took it off just so we could see what was coming out. And by the way, on a bypass, I have an elbow shooting toward the wall, so it puts the water on the wall and drips it down the wall. So we're gonna go ahead and crank the 4 gallon in a minute too, just to get it primed up and roll. And we got to swap the bypass, the whip line, because we don't have the other rail yet, so, or the other hose yet. So anyway, guys, I appreciate it. It's been good. I'm looking forward to putting this thing to work. I'm gonna do some more testing, probably at a neighbor's house. Just go do some testing and see how it runs. And of course, we're going to change all the oils pretty quick, just because any break-in, that's what we're going to do. Pump oil, gearbox oil, and engine oil. It's just something we're going to do. And it's cheap maintenance, and we're going to do it often, but we're going to do it very quick, probably after our first job. Just go ahead and do it. All right, guys. Thanks. Peace.